The woman I saved at 30,000 feet was the mother of the child I killed. She didn't know. Until she did. My hands were shaking when I started compressions on her chest. Not because I forgot how. Because I recognized her face. Victoria Greer. Billionaire. CEO. Her picture plastered on Forbes covers, tech conferences, charity galas. But that wasn't why I knew her. 7 years ago, her 8-year-old son Ethan died on my operating table. My name is Vincent Harrow. I used to be a trauma surgeon pulling in $2 million a year. Top of my field. Steady hands. Perfect record. Until one night, everything collapsed. Authorization delays. Forms piling up. A mother screaming while her son bled out in 11 minutes. 11 minutes that destroyed my career, my license, my life. Now I pump gas in Boise. Sleep in cheap motels. Avoid mirrors. I'm a ghost. But today I'm on flight 447. Middle seat. Economy. Going to Dallas to pick up my daughter Isla. Her mother just died. Foster care called 3 days ago. I haven't seen Isla in 3 years. Not since the divorce. Not since I lost everything. I'm reading her favorite book. The one I used to read to her before bed. My fingers trace the worn pages. I wonder if she'll even recognize me. Then chaos erupts. A woman collapses in the aisle. Her body hits the floor hard. The flight attendant freezes. Passengers gasp. Someone screams for help. The cabin becomes a blur of panic and confusion. Hi, welcome to Heart Voice Stories. Thanks for watching. Kindly tell me what country you're watching from, and please subscribe to support the channel. I don't move at first. I can't. Because when I lean forward and see her face, my chest tightens. Victoria Greer. The woman whose son I couldn't save. The woman who sued me. The woman whose grief destroyed my career and my life. Her lips are turning blue. No pulse. No breath. The flight attendant is shaking, fumbling with the first aid kit. Passengers are yelling. Time slows down. My body moves before my brain catches up. I push through the aisle. Kneel beside her. My hands remember what my mind wants to forget. Chest compressions. Heart. Fast. Counting in my head. 30 compressions. 2 breaths. Repeat. Her chest rises. Falls. Nothing. I press harder. Sweat drips down my face. My arms burn. I hear Ethan's voice in my head. His mother screaming. Authorization denied. Blood everywhere. But I don't stop. The cabin is silent except for my counting. Then she gasps. Her eyes flutter open. The plane erupts in applause. Relief floods the cabin. The flight attendant is crying. Passengers are cheering. Victoria looks up at me. Her eyes lock on mine. She's weak, confused, alive. I see gratitude. I see fear. I see life returning to her body. But she doesn't recognize me. Not yet. The flight attendant asks my name. My heart pounds. I need to disappear. I need to get off this plane and never look back. I need to vanish before she realizes who I am. I stand up. Hands shaking. I mumble something about needing to sit down. I walk back to my seat. My legs barely hold me. I collapse into the middle seat. The man next to me pats my shoulder. Calls me a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm the man who killed her son. 20 minutes later, she walks to my row. Still pale. Still weak. But standing. She holds the seat for balance. She looks at me with tears in her eyes. Thank you, she whispers. You saved my life. What's your name? I freeze. My throat tightens. I can't tell her the truth. I can't let her know. So I lie. Vincent Carter. She smiles. Pulls out her phone. Types something. She wants my contact information. She wants to thank me properly. She insists. I refuse. She won't take no for an answer. Then she stops. Her fingers freeze on the screen. She searches my name. Her face goes white. Her smile fades. Her eyes widen in shock and recognition. She looks at me. Really looks at me. And she whispers one name. Vincent Harrow. I return to my seat. My heart is pounding so hard I think it might explode. Victoria Greer knows my name. She knows who I am. I can't breathe. My hands won't stop shaking. The same hands that saved her life 30 minutes ago. The same hands that killed her son 7 years ago. I close my eyes but all I see is blood. Ethan's blood. Everywhere. On the operating table. On my gloves. On the floor. His small body. His mother screaming outside the OR. Nurses frozen in fear. Authorization forms piling up on the desk while a child's life slipped away. 11 minutes. That's all it took. 11 minutes for everything to fall apart. I hear his heartbeat flatline. I see the attending physician shaking his head. I feel the weight of failure crushing my chest. The lawsuit came 3 weeks later. Malpractice. Negligence. Criminal incompetence. They took my license, my career, my reputation, my life. Friends stopped calling. Colleagues crossed the street when they saw me. Hospital doors that once opened for me slammed shut. My wife filed for divorce. Took Isla. I couldn't fight it. I had nothing left to fight with. So I disappeared. Became a ghost. Moved to Boise. Took a job at a gas station. Lived in cheap motels with broken air conditioning and stained carpets. Stopped answering my phone. Stopped looking in mirrors. Stopped being Vincent Harrow. Every quiet moment brought memories of Ethan. His mother's face. The courtroom. The judge's voice. The gavel. Guilty. 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 I open my eyes. Victoria is still standing in the aisle, staring at me. Her face is pale. Her hands grip the seat so tight her knuckles turn white. She's processing. Remembering. Connecting the dots. The man who saved her life is the man who destroyed hers. She doesn't say anything. She just turns and walks back to her seat. I watch her go. My chest feels like it's caving in. The guilt is suffocating. I want to disappear again. I want to vanish before the plane lands. But I can't. Because seeing her alive, seeing her breathing, seeing her walk away, it ignites something inside me I thought was dead. Hope. The plane lands in Dallas. I grab my bag and rush off before anyone can stop me. I don't look back. I can't. I push through the terminal, find the nearest bathroom, lock myself in a stall. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely hold my phone. 3 missed calls, 2 voicemails, 1 email. The email is from Victoria. Sent 10 minutes ago. Subject line, thank you. I don't open it. I can't. I delete it. Block her address. Turn off my phone. I need to focus. Isla is waiting. That's all that matters now. But the guilt won't leave. Follows me like a shadow. Every step. Every breath. Every heartbeat. I killed her son. And now she knows I saved her life. How does someone live with that? How does someone move forward? How does someone forgive themselves? I leave the airport. Take a cab to the foster home. The city blurs past the window. I see my reflection in the glass. Hollow eyes. Gray hair. Deep lines on my face. I look like a man who's been running for years. Because I have been. That night I check my phone. 1 new notification. Someone on the plane recorded me saving Victoria. Posted it online. The video is going viral. Comments flooding in. Hero. Miracle worker. Inspiration. Angel. They don't know the truth. They don't know what I did. They don't know who I am. But Victoria does. And that's all that matters. I scroll through the comments. Then I see it. Someone tagged my real name. Vincent Harrow. Former surgeon. Malpractice lawsuit. License revoked. Child died under his care. My stomach drops. The truth is spreading. Fast. My phone buzzes. Another email. This time from a number I don't recognize. Private investigator. Hired by Victoria Greer. They want to know everything about me. Every detail. Every secret. Every mistake. I close my eyes. My hands won't stop shaking. The walls are closing in. One question burns in my mind. One question I can't escape. How long before she learns the whole truth? By morning my face is everywhere. Every news outlet. Every social media platform. Every screen in every coffee shop and airport lounge. Vincent Harrow. The fallen surgeon who saved a billionaire. Miracle worker. Hero. Inspiration. I sit in a diner across from the foster home. My coffee goes cold. I can't drink it. Can't eat. Can't breathe. My phone won't stop buzzing. Notifications flood my screen. Comments. Messages. Texts. Shares. Then I see it. Someone dug deeper. Found the archives. Found the lawsuit. Found Ethan's name. The boy who died is tagged right next to my face. My stomach turns. I open the article. Every detail laid out like evidence at a trial. The surgery. The delays. The authorization forms. The mother's testimony. The revoked license. The disappearance. Comments pour in underneath. Some defend me. Most don't. They call me a fraud. A murderer. A coward hiding behind a hero's mask. They're right. I close the app. My hands are shaking again. I see the nurses whispering in the hospital hallways. He's broken. He'll never operate again. I see Ethan's mother collapsing in the courtroom. I see the tiny body covered in blood. I see my own reflection in the oil lights. Empty. Hollow. Dead inside. My phone rings. Unknown number. I don't answer. It rings again. And again. I turn it off. But the world doesn't stop. The headlines don't stop. The judgment doesn't stop. An email comes through on my laptop. Victoria Greer. Subject line: we need to talk. She wants to meet. In person. In Dallas. She offers gratitude. Connections. Opportunities. She says I saved her life and she wants to repay the favor. I delete the email. Block her address. Again. She doesn't understand. There's no repaying what I did. No amount of gratitude can erase the blood on my hands. No amount of praise can bring Ethan back. I'm not a hero. I'm a ghost pretending to be alive. Another email. This one from a lawyer. Former colleague. Someone I used to trust. He says the media attention could be good for me. A comeback story. Redemption arc. He wants to represent me. Help me rebuild my career. I laugh. It's bitter. Cold. There's no rebuilding what I destroyed. I think about running. Buying a ticket. Disappearing again. Mexico. Canada. Somewhere far away where no one knows my name. Where headlines don't reach. Where guilt can't follow. But Isla is waiting. She's 3 blocks away. In a foster home with peeling paint and broken toys. She lost her mother. She needs her father. Even if her father is a failure. I stand up. Pay for the coffee I didn't drink. Walk toward the foster home. Each step feels heavier than the last. My phone vibrates in my pocket. I pull it out. One new message. Private investigator. Hired by Victoria. The message is short. Direct. Cold. She wants to know everything. And I'm going to find it. My chest tightens. Every secret I buried is being dug up. Every lie I told is unraveling. Every door I closed is being kicked open. I think about the operating room. The lawsuit. The hearing. The shame. My family. My colleagues. My life. All of it gone in 11 minutes. And now the world is watching. Waiting. Judging. Victoria hired someone to dig into my past. Every hospital record. Every witness statement. Every mistake. Every failure. She wants the truth. And the truth will destroy me. I stop walking. Stand in the middle of the sidewalk. People pass by. No one notices. I'm invisible again. Just another man with too much weight on his shoulders. I look up. The sky is gray. Heavy. Like it's about to break open. I whisper to myself. The same words I've whispered every day for 7 years. If she finds out everything, it's over. But deep down, I know the truth. It's already over. It's been over since the moment Ethan's heart stopped beating. She runs into my arms like no time has passed. Like 3 years didn't just vanish. Like I didn't abandon her. Isla. My daughter. 9 years old now. Her hair is longer. Her face thinner. But her eyes. Those eyes are still the same. Bright. Trusting. Full of hope I don't deserve. Daddy, she whispers into my chest. I hold her tight. Too tight. I'm afraid if I let go, she'll disappear. The weight of the past 3 years crashes into me like a wave. Every missed birthday. Every unanswered phone call. Every night she cried herself to sleep wondering why I left. I didn't leave by choice. But she doesn't know that. She just knows I wasn't there. The foster home is chaos behind us. Kids running. Social workers hovering. Paperwork piling up on desks. I'm an intruder here. A stranger trying to reclaim something I lost the right to years ago. Her foster mother watches from the doorway. Arms crossed. Face hard. She doesn't trust me. I don't blame her. You can take her for the weekend, she says. But she comes back Sunday night. And if you're late, we're done. I nod. I don't argue. I can't. Isla grabs my hand. Her fingers are small. Fragile. She pulls me toward the car. I rented it this morning. Nothing fancy. Just enough to get us around Dallas for a few days. We drive in silence. She stares out the window. I glance at her every few seconds. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to start. Finally, she speaks. Why did you leave, Daddy? The question hits me like a punch to the gut. I grip the steering wheel tighter. My knuckles turn white. I didn't want to leave, sweetheart. I had to. Why? It's complicated. That's what Mom always said. Her voice cracks. I hear the pain. The confusion. The anger she's too young to fully understand. I pull into a parking lot. Turn off the engine. Look at her. Really look at her. I made a mistake, I say. A big one. And it cost me everything. My job. My license. My home. Your mom didn't want me around anymore. The court agreed. What kind of mistake? I freeze. How do I explain to a 9-year-old that I killed a child? How do I tell her the truth without destroying the little faith she has left in me? I couldn't save someone I was supposed to save, I say quietly. And people got hurt because of it. She's silent, processing. Then she looks at me with those eyes. Those trusting, hopeful eyes. Do you still love me? My chest tightens. Tears burn behind my eyes. I haven't cried in 7 years. Not since the courtroom. But right now I'm close. More than anything in the world, I whisper. She smiles. Small, fragile, but real. Then that's all that matters. We spend the afternoon together. Dinner at a diner. Games at an arcade. Ice cream even though it's cold outside. She laughs. I haven't heard that sound in so long it almost breaks me. At bedtime I read her favorite book. The one I carried on the plane. The one I used to read to her every night before everything fell apart. She falls asleep halfway through. I sit on the edge of the bed. Watch her breathe. She looks peaceful. Safe. But I know this is temporary. This fragile moment. This small piece of happiness. It can all be taken away. Again. The foster home has other kids. Kids who don't have fathers coming back for them. Kids who watch Isla with envy. Kids who whisper when they think no one's listening. I realize something sitting there. Responsibility isn't just about guilt anymore. It's about action. It's about showing up. It's about proving I'm not the man who ran away. But can I do that? Can I be the father she needs? Can I be the man I used to be? I don't know. That night, after I tuck her in, I find something on the nightstand. A newspaper clipping. Folded. One. Like she's read it 100 times. I unfold it. Victoria's recovery story. The plane. The miracle. My face in the photo. My chest tightens. My hands start shaking again. Isla knows. She's known this whole time. She knows I saved someone. She knows I'm in the news. But does she know the rest? Does she know about Ethan? Does she know about the lawsuit? Does she know what I did? I look at her sleeping face. So peaceful. So innocent. And I realize, Victoria isn't just close. She's too close. The investigation is coming. The truth is coming. And when it does, everything I'm trying to rebuild will burn. Victoria's office is on the 40th floor. Glass walls. City views. Power in every corner. I don't belong here. But here I am. She insisted. 3 emails. 2 phone calls. A personal assistant who wouldn't take no for an answer. She wants to thank me in person. She wants a private lunch. I couldn't run forever. I step off the elevator. My palms are sweating. My heart is pounding. Every instinct screams at me to turn around. Get back in that elevator. Disappear. But I don't. Her assistant leads me to a private dining room. Floor-to-ceiling windows. A table set for 2. Victoria stands by the window. Black suit. Calm. Controlled. She turns when I enter. Vincent, she says. Her voice is smooth. Professional. But I hear something underneath. Curiosity. Maybe suspicion. Mrs. Greer, I reply. Victoria. Please. She gestures to the table. We sit. The silence is heavy. Suffocating. I feel like I'm in an interrogation room. Not a lunch. She smiles. It doesn't reach her eyes. I wanted to thank you properly, she says. You saved my life. That's not something I take lightly. I nod. Don't speak. My throat is too tight. She pours water. Hands me a glass. Our fingers don't touch, but I feel the distance between us shrink. Dangerous. Tell me about yourself, Vincent. What do you do? The question feels like a trap. I work at a gas station. In Boise. Her eyebrow raises slightly. She's too smart to hide her surprise. A gas station, she repeats. That's interesting. For someone with your skills. My skills don't mean much anymore. Why not? I don't answer. I take a sip of water. By time. Think. She leans forward. Eyes locked on mine. She's probing. Testing. Every word she says feels calculated. You were a surgeon once. Weren't you? My chest tightens. How much does she know? How much has the investigator told her? A long time ago, I say carefully. What happened? I made a mistake. What kind of mistake? Her tone shifts. Sharper now. She's not asking out of politeness. She's digging. I remember the training. Years of precision. The operating room. The protocols. The lives I saved before everything collapsed. I know if I slip now, if I say the wrong thing, she'll know. She'll know everything. The kind that ends careers, I say. She nods slowly. Takes a sip of her own water. Watches me over the rim of the glass. The conversation drifts. She talks about her business. Her foundation. her plans for the future. But I'm not listening. I'm watching her face, searching for signs. Does she know? Does she suspect? Then she says something that stops my heart. I lost my son years ago. The room goes silent. My breath catches. I don't move. Don't speak. She's staring at the table now. Her fingers trace the edge of her glass. Ethan, she whispers. He was 8. Surgery complication. The doctors couldn't save him. My hands grip the armrest. My nails dig into the leather. I feel the blood drain from my face. She looks up, straight at me. He had this little toy train. Red and blue. He took it everywhere. Even to the hospital that night. I still have it. I can't breathe. The walls are closing in. I see Ethan's face. His small body on the table. The toy train sitting on the chair in the corner of the OR. I nearly break. Nearly confess right here. But I don't. I deflect. Change the subject. Ask about her recovery. Her health. Anything to move away from Ethan. She lets me. But the damage is done. She knows something. I see it in her eyes. Lunch ends. She walks me to the elevator. Hands me a business card. If you ever need anything, Vincent. Anything at all. Call me. I take the card. Not. Step into the elevator. The doors close. I collapse against the wall. My hands are shaking. My heart won't stop racing. She's testing me. She knows more than she's letting on. And I just walked right into her web. Outside the building, I'm swarmed. Paparazzi. Cameras. Flashing lights. Questions shouted from every direction. Vincent, is it true you lost your license? Did you know Victoria before the flight? Are you hiding something? I push through. Head down. Heart pounding. Exposure is coming. Fast. And I can't stop it. I get to my car. Lock the doors. Sit in silence. I look at myself in the rearview mirror. And I see all of me. The surgeon. The father. The man who killed a child. All in one reflection. Can I survive this? Can I survive her? I don't know. But one thing is clear. Victoria Greer is hunting for the truth. And when she finds it, everything burns. The private investigator doesn't waste time. Within 48 hours he has everything. Every hospital record. Every lawsuit document. Every witness statement. Every piece of my shattered life laid out in a folder. My phone rings at 2 a.m. Unknown number. I answer without thinking. Vincent Harrow? The voice is cold. Professional. A man who gets paid to destroy people's secrets. Who is this? My name is irrelevant. What matters is what I know. And what Mrs. Greer is about to know. My stomach drops. I sit up in bed. The hotel room is dark. Silent. But my heart is screaming. What do you want? I don't want anything. I'm just doing my job. And my job is to find the truth. He hangs up. I can't breathe. The walls feel like they're collapsing. Every carefully built wall. Every lie. Every escape route. All of it crumbling. I open my laptop. Search my name. The headlines have changed. They're not calling me a hero anymore. Fallen surgeon's dark past revealed. Vincent Harrow, hero or fraud? The man who saved a billionaire killed her son. Every article digs deeper. Court transcripts. Medical records. Testimonies from nurses who were in the OR that night. They all say the same thing. Vincent Harrow was responsible. Vincent Harrow failed. Vincent Harrow killed a child. I see the comments. Thousands of them. Most are brutal. Unforgiving. They call me a murderer. A coward. A fraud hiding behind a hero's mask. Some defend me. Say mistakes happen. Say I did my best. But those voices are drowned out by the rage. By the judgment. By the truth. My phone buzzes. Email from a former colleague. Someone I trained with. Someone I trusted. Vince, I don't know what to say. The hospital is getting calls. Reporters want statements. They're asking about you. About that night. I'm sorry, man. But I have to protect myself. I can't be associated with this. I delete the email. Another one comes in. Then another. Then another. Former friends. Old mentors. People I saved lives with. All of them distancing themselves. Protecting their careers. Cutting me loose. I'm alone. Again. I think about running. Packing a bag. Buying a ticket. Leaving Dallas. Leaving the country. Starting over somewhere no one knows my name. But Isla. She's 3 blocks away. Sleeping in that foster home. Trusting me. Believing in me. I can't run. Not this time. Another email. This one from Victoria's assistant. Subject line, meeting request. She wants to see me. Tomorrow. 10 in the morning. Her office. No explanation. Just a time and place. I know what this is. She's received the report. She knows everything. And now she wants answers. I close the laptop. Sit in the dark. My hands are shaking. My chest feels tight. I see Ethan's face. His mother screaming. The courtroom. The judge. The gavel. Guilty. 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 I think about the night he died. Every detail. Every second. The authorization delay. The forms. The bleeding. The panic. The flatline. I did everything I could. But it wasn't enough. It's never enough when a child dies. The malpractice hearing destroyed me. They said I was negligent. Reckless. That I operated without proper authorization. That I prioritized speed over protocol. They weren't wrong. I made a choice. Save the child or wait for paperwork. I chose to save him. And I failed. My license was revoked. My marriage collapsed. My life disappeared. I became a ghost. And now, 7 years later, the ghost is being dragged back into the light. My phone buzzes again. Text message. Unknown number. She knows who you are. She knows what you did. Tomorrow you face the truth. I stare at the message. My hands won't stop shaking. I stand up. Walk to the mirror. Look at myself. Really look. I see a man who's been running for 7 years. A man who saved a life and destroyed another. A man who doesn't know if he deserves forgiveness. I whisper to the reflection. Can I survive this? The reflection doesn't answer. Another email notification. This one from the investigator himself. Sent directly to me. One attachment. One file. I open it. It's the full report. Everything he found. Everything Victoria will see tomorrow. The subject line is simple. Cold. Final. You need to know what she's about to know. I close my laptop. Sit on the edge of the bed. My chest feels like it's caving in. Victoria Greer is about to learn the whole truth. Every detail. Every mistake. Every failure. And when she does, the fragile world I'm trying to rebuild will explode. Tomorrow morning. 10 o'clock. Her office. The reckoning is coming. I'm on a plane again. Flight back to Boise. Victoria is 3 seats away. She didn't say a word at the meeting. Just handed me a ticket. Same flight. Same day. She wants answers. And she wants them now. The plane takes off. My hands grip the armrest. I can't run anymore. I can't hide. The truth is sitting 3 seats away waiting. 30 minutes into the flight, she moves. Sits beside me. Her face is calm. But her eyes are fire. Tell me everything, she says. No pleasantries. No small talk. Just the demand. I take a breath. My chest feels like it's being crushed. But I can't lie anymore. I can't pretend. So I tell her. 7 years ago, I was the lead surgeon on your son's case. Ethan came in with internal bleeding. Severe trauma. He needed surgery immediately. She doesn't move. Doesn't blink. Just listens. But there was a problem. Authorization. The hospital required signed consent forms before I could operate. Your husband was unreachable. You were in shock. The forms weren't signed. My voice cracks. I push through. I had a choice. Wait for authorization and watch him die. Or operate without it and save him. You chose to operate, she whispers. I chose to operate. Silence. The plane hums around us. Passengers sleep. Unaware. Oblivious. I did everything right, I continue. Every incision. Every stitch. Every procedure. But the bleeding wouldn't stop. Complications I couldn't predict. Couldn't control. I see it all again. The blood. The monitors. The flatline. He died on my table. 11 minutes after I started. And the hospital blamed me. Said I was reckless. Negligent. That I operated without proper authorization. Victoria's hands are shaking now. She grips the armrest. Her knuckles white. They took my license, my career, my family, everything. I turn to look at her. Her eyes are wet. Tears she's fighting to hold back. I've lived with that guilt every single day for 7 years. I see his face when I close my eyes. I hear your screams in my sleep. I killed your son, Victoria. And saving your life on that plane doesn't change that. She's silent, processing, absorbing. Her chest rises and falls. Slow, controlled. But I see the pain. Why didn't you tell me? She asks. Her voice is barely a whisper. Because I'm a coward. Because I couldn't face you. Because I didn't think I deserved forgiveness. Do you think you deserve it now? I shake my head. No, I don't. More silence. The plane shakes slightly. Turbulence. Or maybe it's just me. Victoria wipes her eyes, takes a breath, looks at me. You saved my life, she says. The man who killed my son saved my life. How am I supposed to feel about that? I don't know. Neither do I. She looks away. Out the window. The clouds blur past. The world below invisible. I've spent 7 years hating you, she says. Hating the surgeon who let my son die. I blamed you for everything. The pain. The grief. The emptiness. Her voice breaks. But you tried to save him. You risked everything to save him. And you failed. Not because you didn't care. But because sometimes even the best hands can't stop death. I don't speak. I can't. She turns back to me. Her eyes are red. Her face streaked with tears. I don't know if I can forgive you, Vincent. I don't know if I ever will. But I need to understand. I need to know why. Why what? Why you saved me. After everything. After all the pain. Why did you save my life? I close my eyes. The answer comes easily. Because my hands remember. They remember saving lives. They remember what it feels like to fight death and win. And when I saw you on that plane dying, I couldn't let you go. I couldn't fail again. She nods slowly. Understanding. Or trying to. You didn't fail, Vincent. Ethan died. But it wasn't because you didn't try. It wasn't because you didn't care. Then why does it feel like I killed him? Because you loved your job. And when you lose someone you're trying to save, it feels like murder. But it's not. It's just loss. The words hit me harder than any judgment. Harder than any lawsuit. Harder than any guilt I've carried. Silence falls between us again. But this time it's different. Lighter. Like something shifted. Victoria looks at me one more time. I owe you my life. And you carry the weight of my son's death. How do we move forward from that? I don't have an answer. She doesn't either. We sit in silence. Two broken people. Bound by tragedy. By survival. By guilt and grace. One question lingers. What? 3 weeks after the confession, I'm sitting in a small apartment in Boise with Isla. She's coloring at the kitchen table. I'm staring at an email from Victoria. Subject line, an opportunity. I open it. Read it twice. Then a third time. She wants to start a foundation. For doctors who lost their licenses. For medical professionals who made mistakes and lost everything. She wants me to help run it. A second chance, the email says. For people like you. I close the laptop. My hands are shaking. Not from fear this time. From something else. Something I haven't felt in 7 years. Hope. But hope is dangerous. Hope makes you believe things can get better. And every time I've believed that, life has proven me wrong. Isla looks up from her coloring. Daddy, are you okay? I force a smile. Yes, sweetheart. I'm okay. She goes back to her drawing. I watch her. She's been with me for 3 weeks now. The foster home agreed to temporary custody. Social workers visit twice a week. They watch me, judge me, make sure I'm not failing her. I'm terrified every day that I will. My phone rings. Unknown number. I answer. Vincent Harrow? The voice is familiar. Cold. A reporter. How did you get this number? Doesn't matter. I want a statement. About Victoria Greer. About Ethan. About your comeback. I'm not making a comeback. That's not what people are saying. You're all over the news. Hero turned villain turned hero again. It's a great story. It's not a story. It's my life. Then give me your side. Let me tell it right. I hang up. But the calls don't stop. Emails flood in. Requests for interviews. Offers from networks. Book deals. Podcast appearances. Everyone wants a piece of the story. Everyone wants to profit from my pain. I delete them all. That night, I get a different kind of message. From a doctor I used to work with. Someone who crossed the street when he saw me after the lawsuit. Vince, I heard about the foundation. If you're serious about helping people like us, I want in. I made mistakes too. Lost everything. Maybe we can rebuild together. I stare at the message. Then another one comes. And another. Nurses. Physicians. Surgeons. All of them broken. All of them looking for a way back. I forward the messages to Victoria. Her response is immediate. This is bigger than we thought. Let's meet. 2 days later, I'm in her office again. This time it feels different. Less like a trap. More like a partnership. She lays out the plan. The foundation will provide legal support, counseling, and retraining for medical professionals who lost their licenses. It will advocate for second chances. For forgiveness. For redemption. But there's a problem, she says. What? People don't trust you. They see you as the face of failure. If you're involved, the foundation will be attacked, criticized, destroyed before it even starts. Her words sting. But she's right. So what do? You prove them wrong. You show them you're not the man who failed. You show them you're the man who saves lives. How? By starting small. Mentoring young nurses. Volunteering at clinics. Rebuilding trust one person at a time. I nod. It sounds impossible. But so did surviving the last 7 years. I start the next week. A free clinic in downtown Boise. No cameras. No reporters. Just me and people who need help. I teach a young nurse how to insert in 4. I counsel a med student who's terrified of making mistakes. I hold the hand of an elderly man while he gets stitches. Small victories. Quiet moments. But they matter. Isla starts to smile more. She sees me leaving for the clinic every morning. She sees me coming home tired but lighter. You're helping people again, Daddy, she says one night. I'm trying. That's all that matters. But the world doesn't forgive easily. A news article surfaces. Former colleagues speak out. They call me reckless. Dangerous. They say I shouldn't be near patients. The foundation gets attacked online. Victoria's name is dragged through the mud for associating with me. She calls me late one night. Vincent, we need to talk. My stomach drops. Are you pulling out? Silence. No. But I need to know something. Can I trust you? Can the families of future patients trust you? Can the world trust you? I don't have a perfect answer. So I give her the only truth I have. I can't promise I'll never fail again. But I can promise I'll never stop trying. More silence. Then she speaks. That's enough. For now. The call ends. I sit in the dark. Isla is asleep. The apartment is quiet. I think about Ethan. About the operating room. About the guilt I've carried for 7 years. And I realize something. Redemption isn't about erasing the past. It's about building a future despite it. But can the man who killed a child ever be trusted with life again? I don't know. But I have to try. 8 years. 8 years since I've held a scalpel. 8 years since I've stood in an operating room. 8 years since I've had a life in my hands. Until today. The call comes at 6 in the morning. A doctor from the free clinic. Frantic. Desperate. Vincent, we have a child. 7 years old. Stabbed in the abdomen. Internal bleeding. We can't stop it. The hospital is 30 minutes away. He won't make it. My blood goes cold. I don't have a license. I can't. He's dying. You're the only one here who knows what to do. Please. I hang up. My hands are already shaking. Isla is still asleep. I leave a note. Rush to the clinic. When I arrive, the chaos hits me like a wall. Nurses shouting. Blood everywhere. A small boy on the table. His eyes closed. His chest barely moving. He looks just like Ethan. My legs almost give out. I freeze in the doorway. The memories flood back. The operating room. The flat line. The screaming. The failure. I can't do this. I can't fail again. But then I see his mother. Crying in the corner. Holding herself. Begging anyone to save her son. Just like Ethan's mother. I step forward. My body moves before my mind catches up. Get me gloves. Sutures. Gauze. Now. The nurses scramble. I wash my hands. Put on gloves. My fingers tremble. My heart pounds so hard I think it might explode. I stand over the boy. His name is Carter. 7 years old. Blonde hair. Freckles. A life that hasn't even started yet. I close my eyes. Take a breath. My hands hover over his abdomen. Every fear. Every doubt. Every memory of failure screams at me to stop. But I don't. I make the first incision. The muscle memory kicks in. My hands remember. They move with precision. With purpose. With the confidence I thought I'd lost forever. Blood pools. I find the source. A severed artery. Dangerous. Clamp, I say. A nurse hands it to me. I clamp the artery. The bleeding slows. Suture. My hands work fast. Steady. No hesitation. I repair the damage. Stitch by stitch. Layer by layer. But then something goes wrong. His blood pressure drops. The monitor beeps. His heart rate spikes. He's crashing, a nurse shouts. Panic floods the room. My hands freeze. I see Ethan. I see the flat line. I see the failure. No, not again. Not this time. I push the fear down. Focus. My hands move faster. I find a second tear. Hidden. Bleeding into his chest cavity. Suction. Now. The nurse obeys. I work through the blood. Through the chaos. Through the memories. I repair the tear. Close the wound. My hands are covered in blood. My shirt soaked with sweat. The monitor beeps. Once. Twice. Then steady. His heart rate stabilizes. His breathing evens out. His chest rises and falls. He's alive. The room erupts. Nurses cheer. The doctor collapses against the wall in relief. Carter's mother rushes to his side, sobbing, thanking God, thanking me. But I can't move. I just stand there, staring at my hands. The same hands that killed Ethan. The same hands that just saved Carter. I step back, remove the gloves, walk to the sink, wash the blood away. Victoria is standing in the doorway. I didn't even know she was here. She's watching me, her eyes wide, tears streaming down her face. You did it, she whispers. I don't respond. I can't. My legs give out. I sit on the floor, my back against the wall, my head in my hands. She walks over, sits beside me. You saved him, Vincent. I almost didn't. But you did. I look at her. Her face is soft, vulnerable. For the first time since the plane, she doesn't look at me with suspicion, or pain, or anger. She looks at me with something else. Respect. You're not the man who failed, Vincent. You're the man who never stopped trying. I want to believe her. But the fear is still there. The guilt. The weight of Ethan's death. What if I fail again? I ask. Then you fail. But at least you tried. At least you fought. She stands. Offers her hand. I take it. She pulls me up. Carter's mother approaches. Grabs my hands. Kisses them. Thank you. Thank you. You saved my son. I nod. Can't speak. My throat is too tight. That night the news spreads. Headlines surface. Fallen surgeon saves child's life. Vincent Harrow's redemption. But I don't read them. I go home. Isla is waiting. Daddy, I heard what you did. She hugs me. Tight. I hold her. My hands steady now. My heart lighter. You're a hero, she whispers. I shake my head. No, sweetheart. I'm just a man trying to make up for his mistakes. That's what heroes do. I smile. For the first time in 8 years, I feel like maybe she's right. But one question still haunts me. Can I keep this up? Or will the past pull me back down? 1 year after Flight 447, I'm walking through an airport again. But this time I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'm not alone. Isla holds my left hand. Victoria walks on my right. The sky above us is clear. No turbulence. No chaos. Just light. We're heading to a medical conference in Chicago. The foundation launched 6 months ago. We've helped 43 doctors get back on their feet. 43 people who thought their lives were over. 43 second chances. Isla squeezes my hand. Daddy, are you nervous? A little. You'll do great. You always do. I smile. She's 11 now. Taller. Smarter. Braver. She knows my story. All of it. The mistakes. The guilt. The redemption. And she still believes in me. That's more than I deserve. But I'll take it. Victoria stops at a coffee shop. Orders 3 drinks. Hands one to me. You ready for this? She asks. No. But I'll do it anyway. She laughs. It's the first time I've heard her laugh in a year. It sounds like healing. The conference is packed. Doctors. Nurses. Medical students. All of them here to learn. To grow. To become better. I'm giving a talk. About failure. About second chances. About the lives we lose and the lives we save. My hands shake as I walk onto the stage. 1,000 eyes stare at me. Judging. Waiting. Expecting. I take a breath. Look at the crowd. And I begin. My name is Vincent Harrow. 8 years ago I killed a child. The room goes silent. No one moves. No one breathes. His name was Ethan. He was 8 years old. He came into my operating room bleeding. Dying. I did everything I could to save him. But it wasn't enough. He died on my table. And I lost everything. I see faces in the crowd. Some angry. Some sympathetic. Some confused. I lost my license. My career. My family. I became a ghost. I disappeared. I thought my life was over. I pause. Look at Victoria. She's sitting in the front row. Her eyes locked on mine. Tears streaming down her face. But 1 year ago, on a plane at 30,000 feet, I saved a woman's life. And that woman was Ethan's mother. Gasps fill the room. Whispers. So. She didn't know who I was at first. But eventually the truth came out. And I thought that would be the end. That she would hate me. That she would destroy me. I look at Victoria again. She nods. Gives me permission to continue. But she didn't. Instead, she gave me something I never thought I'd have again. A second chance. My voice cracks. I fight through it. We started a foundation. For people like me. For doctors who made mistakes. Who lost everything. Who thought they'd never practice medicine again. We give them hope. We give them support. We give them a way back. I take another breath. The room is still silent. Waiting. I'm not here to tell you that redemption is easy. It's not. Every day I wake up and see Ethan's face. Every day I carry the weight of what I did. Every day I wonder if I deserve forgiveness. I pause. Look out at the crowd. But I've learned something. Redemption isn't about forgetting the past. It's about building a future despite it. It's about showing up. Every single day. Even when you're terrified. Even when you think you'll fail again. The room is silent. Then one person starts clapping. Then another. Then the entire room erupts in applause. I step off the stage. Isla runs to me. Hugs me tight. I'm so proud of you, Daddy. Victoria approaches. Her face is soft. Peaceful. You did it, Vincent. You faced the truth. And you survived. I couldn't have done it without you. Yes, you could have. But I'm glad you didn't have to. We board the flight home. Isla sits by the window. Victoria sits beside her. I take the aisle seat. Halfway through the flight, an announcement comes over the speaker. Is there a doctor on board? We have a medical emergency. My heart stops. Isla looks at me. Victoria looks at me. The entire cabin looks at me. I stand up. My hands are steady. My mind is clear. I'm a doctor. I walk to the front of the plane. A woman is unconscious. Her husband is panicking. The flight attendant is frozen. I kneel beside her. Check her pulse. Her airway. Her breathing. She's going into shock. Allergic reaction. Does anyone have an EpiPen? I shout. Someone hands me one. I inject her. Wait. Her eyes flutter open. She gasps. Breeze. The cabin erupts in applause. Again. But this time I don't run. I don't hide. I don't feel guilt. I feel alive. Victoria watches from her seat. She's smiling. Tears in her eyes. Isla whispers to her. That's my dad. Victoria nods. Yeah, that's your dad. I return to my seat. Buckle in. Close my eyes. And for the first time in 8 years, I sleep without seeing Ethan's face. I sleep without guilt. I sleep like a man who's finally forgiven himself. The flight lands. We walk through the terminal together. A family. Broken. Rebuilt. Stronger. Isla's voice echoes in my mind. You saved us all, Daddy. I smile. My hands are steady. My heart is light. Life finally is mine again.